So, fresh out of the mailbox, we have Woman's World, May 10th, 2021. This is going to be part one of two. Why? Because it's jam packed with either articles I want to share with you, moments I want to share with you, and when it's that good, you know you're going to get more than one video on one magazine. So, let's start at the top. Fill your week with smiles. We got to find the very first one here. That would be Sunday, May the 9th. It's Mother's Day. They say to make the spritzer, but just remember your mom is what I'm going to say on Mother's Day. Then we're going to move to May 10th. And yes, I'm running a load of cold water wash right now in case anybody heard that noise in there. That's what that is. Monday, May the 10th is Trust Your Intuition Day. Go with your gut. As you mull over a decision like how to spend a long weekend, skip the pros and cons list and go with your gut. It's sure to make you feel better about your pick, say researchers in Emotion. In a series of experiments, they asked volunteers to use logic or intuition to choose between similar items, which were restaurants to visit, and found that those who made a gut-based decision felt more certain of their pick and were more likely to advocate for it. Decision makers who rely on their feelings to arrive at their choice tend to see true selves reflected in their chosen option, says researchers Taylor Retch, the PhD. Feelings arise without conscious control, which causes them to be perceived as representative of what their decision making truly prefers. Bottom line, trusting your intuition can make you happier. Okay, so we don't have anything on the 11th, the 12th, but we do on the 13th. It's National Tulip Day. That's right. Brighten their day with vibrant and beautiful. It's no surprise. Tulips are constantly ranked as one of the most popular flowers, and today is the perfect day to gift a bunch from your garden or the grocery store to a loved one. The simple act will benefit you both. Researchers at New Jersey Rutgers University found that those who gifted were seen as happy, strong, courageous, emotionally intelligent, and a study from the University of North Florida found that the people who received a bouquet of flowers reporting less stress and those who were given other gifts. And since tulips keep growing even after their pick, your gift and its feel-good effect is sure to last. Okay, May 14th. Now, if you've got shades, this is your day. That's right, it's Shades Day. Relax in the sunshine. Slip a pair of sunglasses on today. Doing so not only protects your eyes from the sun and wards off wrinkles, it's also been shown to boost your mood, and you don't need to buy a pricey pair to get the perks. When Canadian researchers tested sunglasses at a variety price point, more than 97% of glasses that cost less than $20 filled out the sun's damaging rays in the market for a new pair. Ophthalmologist Robert Abel Jr., MD, author of The Eye Care Revolution, advises making sure label says the protect against the UVA and the UVB rays. Oh, now listen to this, y'all. On Saturday, May 15th, it's National Chocolate Chip Day. You eat a chipwich. Celebrate by whipping up an ice cream sandwich made with chocolate chip cookies. The pro secret to perfection: spread your favorite ice cream between two soft cookies. It's much easier to bite into the sandwich and get a full mouthful of components, says Mohammed Eklab, the co-owner of the Stack Creamery and Ice Cream Sandwich Shop in Westwood, New Jersey. Plus, a harder cookie could result in the ice cream oozing out. Also smart: to seal your sandwich, use the palm of your fingers to press your cookie so they don't crack, and then roll in mini chocolate chips for extra flavor. Okay, here's the riddle of the week. You can count on me. I'm an odd number. I take away a letter and I become even. What number am I? Now think on that while we start your week with a laugh. It shows these two kids picking. One's picking tulips and one's picking like a really pretty, looks like pink, maybe petunia some sort. It says, Mom is sure to like these flowers for Mother's Day since they're coming from her flower bed. Ha 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 ha. Here's the cute joke. What job did the frog have at the hotel? A frog and the hotel. Well, he was the bellhop. Get it? Bellhop? Okay. We've got a cute little cute cartoon here, and it's actually very insightful. It's got a little kid watching the Brady Bunch show and the mom. And it says, "Mom, did the Brady Bunch invent Zoom?" That is insightful, is it not? Okay, now did you think of the riddle here? You can count on me. I'm an odd number. Take away a letter and I become even. What number am I? What number am I? 7. Okay, moving forward. I've never watched a YouTube. Well, I take that back. I watched one movie around Christmas time on YouTube, but this I found really insightful, and I thought I would share it with you. It says, go to Encourage TV to find other free movies. Tickle your funny bone with Mom, Murder, and Me. What does it take to admit that your overprotective mother is right? When Annabelle's elderly neighbor passes away, her mother Joan insists it's suspicious and believes that it could be a murder. Without evidence for the police, the pair decide to put their amateur sleuthing skills to the test and conduct their own over-the-top investigation. But what happens when they realize the killer might know what they're up to? Stream it now for free at youtube.com/encourage TV. And I thought that was really cool, and I'd share that with you. Okay. We are going to do the Power of Love story. Let's see here. I don't want to get the magazine all bent up here. It says, after 50 years apart, we found our happy ending. Last August, Mary Beth reunited with her birth daughter, Victoria, to the right. They show the mom and daughter hugging. It says Victoria to the left marveled at how alike she and Mary Beth are from looks to personality. Then we see 2 other pictures here. It says Victoria as an infant with her adoptive mom and brother. Then Victoria and Mary Beth look forward to making up for lost time. So let's make memories this Mother's Day, together or apart. I'm going to read that before we read the story this time. 3 simple ways to celebrate the loving moms in your life. Share a delicious meal. Using the 60-day free trial of the Food Network app, you can take a virtual cooking class with Mom and interact with real chefs as you work through the recipe. If you aren't much for cooking, psychologist Sarah Robinson, MA, author of the Self-Care for Moms, suggests both of you can order in new dishes and try from a local place and dine together over Zoom. 2. Take a painting class. Even if you've never picked up a paintbrush before, getting together in person or online to unleash your creative side is a fun way to spend the day, says Robinson. Plus, you'll have to finish art that reminds you of your time together. Simply purchase a paint kit of supplies from Amazon and search, quote, painting for beginners, end quote, on youtube.com for a free video tutorial. Number 3, enjoy time outdoors. Heading to a local park to see the flowers in bloom and breathe in the fresh air is a great option if your mom that you're celebrating with lives close by, suggests Robinson. Can't meet in person? Get together digitally for a virtual garden or museum tour. Search garden tours from home online and make your way through your favorite ones. Okay, now let's read about this. After 50 years apart, we found our happy ending. Not a day went by that Mary Beth DeSanto didn't think about the baby she'd given up for adoption. She watched reunion shows longing to find her daughter, and then one day after half a century, her dream came true. Who was that? Mary Beth DeSanto asked her husband Randy as he closed their Erie, Pennsylvania front door. A registered letter for you, he said, glancing at the return address. Mary Beth's brow furrowed, seeing the unfamiliar name, Victoria Rich, Brooklyn, New York. But when the 69-year-old opened the envelope, time slowed as the words swam through her eyes. I was born at the Lady of Victoria Infant Home on August 20th, 1970. Shaking, Mary Beth sat down. It's Bridget. She found me, she whispered. Years of longing. Mary Beth had been a senior in high school when she learned that she was pregnant. Her boyfriend had made it very clear that she was on her own. After their discussion with her parents, it was decided that Mary Beth would give the baby up for adoption. After graduation, she'd gone to stay at Our Lady of Victory Infant Home in Buffalo, New York, where she gave birth to a baby girl. You can't give her up, Mary Beth's heart urged her when they let her hold the baby. She had become attached to this tiny being. She even named her Bridget Lynn. But Mary Beth wanted her baby to have a safe family. who could give her everything she deserved, so she tearfully kissed Bridget goodbye and let her go. Mary Beth went on to have a good life, marrying Randy and welcoming 2 sons. There was always a lingering sadness, a longing to know Bridget was okay. But despite her pain, Mary Beth never searched, fearful of upsetting the young woman's life. She also worried that Bridget thought about her, and she must think I'm horrible for abandoning her, Mary Beth grieved. Still, as she watched her favorite TV show, Long Lost Family, seeing so many happy reunions, Mary Beth would think wistfully, I would love that to happen to me. A heart healed. New York adopts can now access their birth certificates. The headline caught Victoria Rich's attention one morning in January 2020. The successful 50-year-old photo editor had always been at peace about being adopted. Her parents, Joe and Terry, adored her and told her how often her biological mother had made a big sacrifice out of love for her. She had a happy childhood and went on to have a fulfilled life with her parents, Sean, or with her partner, Sean, sorry. About 10 years earlier, Victoria had read a book about young women who had given up children for adoption, and her heart ached when she learned they often racked with guilt and worry about their babies. She longed to let her birth mother know that she had been a good life, but her records had been sealed. Reading about the new law, Victoria immediately requested her birth certificate. My birth name was Bridget Lynn, she told Sean. My birth mother lives in Mary Beth Wolfe from Erie, Pennsylvania. Victoria began searching online. It took a bit of sleuthing since Mary Beth had a different last name and wasn't on social media. But eventually they tracked her down, and not sure how she would react, Victoria decided to write Mary Beth a letter and included her phone number. Ironically, Mary Beth had been watching Long Lost Family that morning in last March when Victoria's letter arrived. I can't believe this is really happening, she gushed to Randy, picking up the phone. It's Mary Beth, she blurted. I'm really glad you found me. The story poured out, the pregnancy, her desire to give the baby the best life possible, the guilt. I hope you're not disappointed in me, she said. Of course not. It was a selfless, gracious thing to do, insisted Victoria. They were anxious to meet. Due to the pandemic, they had to wait several months, but last August, Victoria finally visited Mary Beth. Both were amazed at how alike they are, the appearance to mannerisms to their sense of humor. She's so kind and open. The whole family is great. I hit the jackpot, says Victoria. Mary Beth is just as proud of Victoria and will be forever grateful to her late parents for giving her a wonderful life. Today the two call and text and can't wait to get together again. I got my happy ending just like in the show, says Mary Beth with a smile. My heart is finally full. That's a great story. Okay. We're going to do one more story and then we're going to take a time out. Natural ways to feel great. No RX to fix or lower your blood pressure. There may be no need to start on pricey prescriptions to keep blood pressure in check. These inexpensive natural remedies bring your BP down without side effects. Plus, research in the European Heart Journal proves doing so cuts the severe COVID complications in half. Call up a pal. One more reason to give your sister or friend a ring. Regularly chatting with a loved one who's looking to make healthy changes reins in the high blood pressure BP. By bolstering the accountability in the 6-month study, the NYU School of Medicine scientists found that folks who attended their weekly faith support groups on how to make healthy choices lowered their stylistic BP, which is the top number, by 16.5 points, enough to reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke by 46%. Crunch on walnuts. Now listen to this. That handful of walnuts you tossed on your oatmeal, Penn State researchers found that folks following a diet low in saturated fat that included walnuts had BP readings that were consistently up to 89% lower than those who skipped that nut. Walnuts are rich in alpha-linoleic acid, which researchers say reduces tissue-damaging oxidative stress and improves your blood vessel health. And just half a cup daily delivers that benefit. We got to get some walnuts. Send well wishes. Experts have long asserted that keeping a lid on stress helps maintain a healthy blood pressure. Now new research out of Spain shows that praying for others or sending well wishes lowers BP, elevating stress level by 63%. Focusing your thoughts on helping others takes your mind off your own worries. Reducing the stress hormone cortisol, and prior research confirms that easing tension eliminates that inflammation that can trigger high blood pressure. Try a deep sea remedy. A potent antioxidant, astaxanthin, found in a microlodge, not only prevents wrinkles, thickens hair, and eases your aches, it can also lower blood pressure by 11 points in 8 weeks, reveals new research in the Asian Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Investigators credit the compound's ability to gently relax blood vessels. One to try, the Naomi Organic Anasaxagen, which is naomiw.com. Note, check with a doctor before supplementing. It says this week's radical health tip is a tasty way to boost energy and fat burning. If your get up and go has gone missing this sunny season, try sipping ginger iced tea twice daily. Now, Australian researchers report that the ginger can boost your metabolism by much as 20%. The credit goes to the gingerol, which is in the root. It's study proven to increase circulation so that the cells can soak up more energizing oxygen. Plus, antioxidants and spice switch on the genes that burn your fat, according to the Stanford researchers. To get the benefits, steep a ginger tea bag in hot water for 8 minutes, pour over ice, and sweeten with honey to taste. Courtesy of Ann Louise Gittleman, Ph.D. To receive 3 free wellness guides, pre-order her new book, Radical Longevity, at radicallongevity.book.com. Next page. We've got this is some more Feel Great stuff here. Then I guess we'll do one more after this. That way I can totally take the paperclip off. Ease, quote, sleep debt, end quote, to feel great fast. More than half of us say that spring fun means sometimes we miss out on sleep. Thankfully, these tips erase a bad night's slumber and leave you feeling refreshed. Keep this on your nightstand. After clocking less than 6 hours of sleep, sip a cup of water within 10 minutes of waking up and you're going to feel like you snoozed up an hour longer, suggests Penn State research. Maybe that's why I've been going through so much water. Let's see here. Sleepless triggers low-grade dehydration that your body registers as tiredness, and being just 2.5 dehydrated is enough to do it. Drinking water immediately upon awakening replenishes fluids the brain relies on to feel alert, reducing your grogginess in a single glass. I had went through, I want to say it was 3 bottles of water, and I don't know, it was a lot of bottles of water and a lot of cans today. And I tell you what, I don't regret it, but boy, I was using the bathroom after work. Let's just put it that way. I could have ran there, and I think I did. Trace your fingers. You can offset 44 minutes of missed sleep with a simple finger tracing hack, suggests new Oregon State University research. Close your eyes and open your left hand. With the lightest possible touch, use your right index finger to slowly trace the outline of your left hand, beginning from the base of your pinky, then up and over each finger until you repeat the base of your thumb. Reverse and repeat for 10 minutes while focusing on the gentle touch. Researchers suspect that the mindfulness technique like this brings awareness to your body, which refocuses the mental energy and neutralizes your sleepiness. Sneak in a power off hour. Harvard scientists say that an afternoon nap is as good as a full night's sleep if you have time it right. Now, sleep-deprived folks who hit the napping, quote-unquote, sweet spot of 60 minutes between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. totally rested and did as well learning and memory tests as those who had a full night's slumber. A snooze allows the body to reach that deep sleep needed to recharge the brain, says study lead Denjek Dickett, Ph.D. from K.E. Klunzik is the author. The easiest way to be 100% healthy. Feeling great from head to toe can be as simple as keeping your gums healthy. It will dramatically lower your risk of memory problems, joint pain, diabetes, and heart disease. What's more, research in the Journal of Clinical Periodontal reveals that keeping your gums healthy lowers the risk of COVID complications by 73%. Rub your gums with this. Massaging your gums with 1/4 teaspoon of olive oil twice daily reduces painful inflammation and bleeding by 68%. Within 3 weeks, Indian scientists say. Gently rubbing the antimicrobial oil into the gum boosts circulation to stimulate the body's immune system. Swap your swish. Now the Caledonia, which is a flowering plant, also known as pot marigold, has the antibacterial properties that defend against gum problems and speed healing if you already have them. In a journal of clinical periodontal study, using a Caledonia-based mouthwash lessened gum bleeding and inflammation by 63% within 2 weeks. For a DIY rinse, stir up a 1/2 teaspoon of liquid Caledonia extract into 2 teaspoons of water, then swish after brushing. Try Nature's Answer Caledonia at iherb.com. That's IHERB.com. Soak up the spring. Now enjoy a daily half-hour walk to enjoy viewing the spring blooms, and your gum disease risk will drop by 74%. Researchers reporting in the Journal of Dentistry found the benefit in folks who exercised at a moderate level for 30 minutes 5 times a week. Exercise tames your gum damaging inflammation, plus curbs disease and a risk factor for gums disease. Enjoy a fruity sip. Sweet tart cranberry juice keeps the gums healthy. University of Rochester scientists say that the fruit's phytochemicals curb the ability of plaque-causing bacteria to stick to the gums as much as 85%. Plus, sipping 2 cups daily boosts your vitamin C intake by 47 milligrams, an amount Korean researchers say reduces gum disease risk by up to 30%. Savor fish skewers. Eating 2 servings of tuna, salmon, or mackerel each week lowers the odds of having gum problems by 30%. Harvard scientists say fatty acids such as the EPA and the DHA found in fish protect your gum tissue against the breakdown caused by troublesome oral bacteria, by Melissa Gotthard. Okay, now let's read the next page. More natural health news. Activate your Stay Young genes. Relaxing for 30 minutes daily like you're doing right now activates a gene that prevents blood clots, says Canadian scientists, cutting your heart attack and stroke risk by 45%, which is good if you had the J&J shot. Just saying. Out of roughly 100,000 genes in your body, there are 500 that can slow the aging of groups of cells in your body. The happy news is, it's easy to switch on these genes clusters so you stay sharp, nimble, and youthful. To ward off illness, tap your toes. When your muscles are in motion, they activate genes that keep immune cells energized so they can pounce on invading viruses or bacteria. And moving for 30 minutes daily lessens the risk of illness up to 57%. Australian scientists say even small movements like wiggling your toes or pacing while you're on the phone count toward a total goal. To stay limber, sweeten your meals. Yum! Fresh cherries and berries are shown up in a supermarket, and enjoying a cup of your favorite with each meal cuts your risk of feeling stiff by 50%. What's more, it squashes your muscle and joint pain in 10 days. If you're sore right now, that's the word from the Yale researchers who say that the carotenoids that give these gems their rich hues activate the healing, the anti-aging genes inside the muscles and the joint cells. To stay sharp, add a pinch of this. You can stay focused and keep your memory razor sharp, cutting the odds of dementia by up to 70% by adding 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric and a pinch of pepper to your daily diet, say University of Pennsylvania scientists. Turmeric's coumarin turns on the genes that block your brain aging inflammation, explains Robin Miller, the MD, while the pepper boosts your absorption. Add to your dressings or your marinades. To burn fat, up your omegas. You can prevent the creeping weight gain that plagues many of us after age 45, plus slim down more than 3 times faster on any diet by taking 3,000 milligrams of fish oil daily. British scientists say. Mark Hyman, the MD, says that the oil's omega-3s stimulate the genes that burn stored fats for fuel. Note that you check with a doctor before you supplement. Brenda Kearns is the author. The Prayer RX. Just taking a few minutes each day to say prayers or send well wishes to friends, loved ones, can add 12 years of healthy life to your life. University of Kentucky researchers reported positive caring thoughts activate a gene called the OXTR gene, and it slows against the aging of the tissue and the organs, plus strengthens your immune system ability to quickly trounce cancer cells. Now we want you to stay young with Woman's World by wacky cures for thinning hair. These surprising scientist-backed ingredients help reverse hair loss in no time. Try melatonin. Now, Applying the sleep-inducing hormone, melatonin, onto the scalp prolongs your hair active growth phase, reducing hair loss by up to 66%. Simply rub a melatonin serum like Nutra M Hair Regrowth Serum, Amazon.com, onto a clean scalp before bed nightly. Try caffeine. A topical use of the caffeine regrowth hair as it effectively as a minoxidil. It removes the hair loss hormone, dihydrostrone, the DHT, from the scalp, which is linked to the shedding and the stalled growth. Pour 8 ounces of the cool white tea over the damp hair and let it sit for 5 minutes, then rinse it off. Try sandalwood. This woodsy aroma increases growth hormones, which the hair follicles by 30%. How? The scent sends a signal to the scalp to extend the hair growth phase. Just add 3 drops of sandalwood essential oil into a dollop of shampoo and then wash your hair. We're just going to see if the next article is short or long. Oh, it's long. So I think that'll be part 1, okay? And then I will come back and do a part 2, and maybe some of the book reading. We'll just see what I do after the workout. But at least we covered the first few pages of Woman's World tonight. We've got until Saturday to get this whole book, done, because it's going to my work mom, Deb, on Saturday. And she already got her Mother's Day from me, but I'll add, of course, a few treats like I always do to her bag with the magazines, because that's what work daughters do, right? So sit there, stay tuned, and I'll see you in a few minutes after I go work out.